All right, let's talk about learning Italian, but I want you to forget everything you think you know about language learning. You know, the dusty old textbooks, the endless grammar charts. Today, we're diving into something completely different. It's a method that's less about studying and more about, well, going on an adventure right into the heart of Italian culture. I mean, just think about it for a second. What if, instead of memorizing verb tables, you could just absorb the language naturally, simply by getting lost in a good story? You could forget all the stress and just pick up Italian with the same ease as ordering a gelato on a beautiful, sunny day in Rome. Sounds pretty good, right? So, the mind behind this whole approach is Roberto Borsellino. He's been teaching Italian for over 30 years, and his entire philosophy is built on this really simple idea. Language isn't just a bunch of rules, it's the key that unlocks a whole culture. His stories, they come from his actual lived experiences in Italy, the Bel Paese, the beautiful country. Okay, so let's get into what makes this method so different, so special. We're going to break down how it ditches rote memorization and really transforms learning a language into a genuine cultural experience. This is all about learning with your senses. The stories are specifically designed to pull you in, to connect the words and phrases you're learning to actual sights and sounds and even tastes. So you're not just learning the word for pizza, you're right there in the story with Marco trying to bake the perfect one. It just sticks with you in a totally different way. So how does this actually work? What do you do? Well, the core of it is called the story-first method, and it's built around this really simple but powerful idea of absorbing the language naturally, kind of the way our brains are meant to learn. Let's break down the steps. And this quote right here, it really gets to the absolute heart of it. The goal isn't to study the story, it's to just enjoy it. You let the context do all the heavy lifting for you, and that lets your brain naturally figure out what new words and phrases mean. It's amazing how much more you remember that way. So here's how you actually do it. It's a simple 4-step process for every single story. First, you just read it straight through. Don't stop, don't look anything up, just get the general vibe. Then you go back for a second read. Now you're paying a bit more attention to the details. Only after you've done that do you use the dictionary and do the exercises to really lock in everything you've learned. It's this fantastic, natural flow from just feeling it out to really knowing it. Now, this isn't just a bunch of random stories thrown together. The whole thing is structured as a progressive journey through Italy. It's designed to take you all the way from a total beginner to a confident speaker, one book at a time. And you can see how this path just builds on itself. The series kicks off with book 1, covering the absolute basics, the foundations. But as you move forward, the themes get richer and more interesting. By book 4, you're diving into Italian traditions and holidays. And in book 5, you're exploring the incredible world of Italian craftsmanship. Everything from hunting for truffles to making Murano glass. And this shows that progression perfectly. You might start with a really accessible, everyday topic like making the perfect pizza, but before you know it, you're reading about the unique traditions of a Christmas market in Bolzano, and you're absorbing all this complex vocabulary and cultural stuff without even realizing it. To really get a feel for this method, let's zoom in on one of the stories from the very first book. Let's see it in action. This line just drops you right into the action, doesn't it? It's from a story called Un Giro in Vespa, a Vespa ride. The character, Davide, is telling his friend Marco that he has to experience Rome the proper way. You can immediately feel that excitement, that authenticity. And what I absolutely love about this is that the story doesn't just take you to the Colosseum. No, it takes you to a small cafe in a local neighborhood where the characters just sit and watch the world go by. You get this little glimpse of the vera Roma, the real Rome, away from all the tourist crowds. And this is how you learn these essential cultural ideas, like godersi la vita, to enjoy life. It doesn't come from a vocabulary list. It comes from the story. When Davide says this to Marco while they're sipping their coffee, the meaning just clicks into place because you get the context. You feel it. Of course, it's not just the stories. Each one comes with a complete support system. You get a summary in English to check if you got the main points, a focused dictionary for the important words, exercises to practice, and all the answers. It's really designed so you can learn completely on your own, at your own pace. So as we start to wrap this up, what's the big takeaway here? We've seen the method, the process, and a real example. But at the end of the day, this approach gives you something so much bigger than just vocabulary. It's really about building a genuine connection. You're not just learning to speak Italian. You're learning to think and feel a little more Italian. You're getting an all-access pass to the rich culture of the beautiful country, and you're getting it through its stories. So that really leaves you with one final question, doesn't it? What story will you start your Italian journey with? Will your adventure begin with finding the perfect gelato, taking a romantic walk through Florence, or maybe enjoying an aperitivo in a bustling piazza? The journey is all yours to choose.